up, party people? All right, let's do this thing. Oh shit, Jack, bro, what's up, bro?
Just got in.
We won't do this for too long.
What is this? Is this dubstep?
Nah, I don't know what the fuck this is actually, bro. I don't know what genre.
If you're gonna be playing that, you got to supply the ecstasy too.
Don't get me started, bro. Don't activate me. Come on, no. I do want to use that in the future, though. I do want to use that song as like a coming back from break thing.
Yeah.
So it has a dope vibe to it. But Ali, come on, bro. Yo, I swear to God, this dude is the biggest attention cat I've ever seen in my life, bro. He always does this shit all the time. Oh shit, Sully's here early. Yeah. What is good, Sully Matt?
Got 3 in already.
Yeah, we're starting early. What is good, Sully? How we doing, pal?
You know what we're about a month out from, right?
Valentine's Day?
Yeah. I can't wait for the gym videos. The gym's my girlfriend.
Yeah. I don't have to worry if they text me back when I'm at the gym.
Oh, my squat rack doesn't need to text me back. She's my girlfriend.
Yeah.
If you're a guy, don't do that. If you're a guy who wants a girl or girls to find you attractive, don't do that. Don't be a try-hard. Yeah, everybody should exercise all that.
Yeah.
Don't be the guy posting the mirror pics. Don't be that guy. I promise they don't find that attractive. It makes you look like you're trying too hard.
Yeah.
You don't really need to try too hard at anything. You just got to be yourself. And sometimes...
And you want to know what's crazy is like, you give that advice, people are like, yeah, okay, be myself. And it's like, nah, but real, like, be yourself, but not the version of yourself that you're putting out there. Just here's the key, fellas, all right? Don't give a fuck. Don't go out there with the intention of meeting a woman, finding a woman. Don't go out there with the intention of being funny. Just be you, and everything's going to be fine, I promise.
And it's going to take some trial. It's going to take, depending on your age, it's going to take some trial and error. But, you'll get there. Whether you're a millionaire or you live at home, don't try to be superficial. No matter your situation, you don't have to try and be superficial, because if they gotta like you for you. And if they don't, and this goes for anyone, this goes for people you're trying to date, this goes for friends or whoever, they just have to like you for you. And if they don't, well then fuck them. On to the next. It's as simple as that.
If they don't, then that's enough sign for you to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
I mean,
and a lot of people,
I feel like a lot of people overcomplicate it, dude.
Yeah.
It's not this complicated. It's not.
I was just showing you that guy that takes pictures so they can look cooler on their dating app profile. For example, something like that. The girl, say the guy meets a hot fucking 10 and he goes on 2 dates with her. She's going to know within 2 dates, that's not really your lifestyle. You got all dressed up and jazzed up for those photos, and that's it. they're going to figure it out real quick.
Yeah, life is not pro wrestling. You don't have to live the character, buddy.
Yeah.
You don't. Like you said, believe it or not, you want to get into family shit? We can start off with some family shit, actually. One of my uncles, the one that nobody likes in my family, right? So he was dating this girl years and years ago. I was a kid. I was 8 years old, bro, right?
Yeah.
So he fed this girl a bunch of bullshit, dude. A bunch of bullshit about how he owned the house that my grandparents owned and lived in, right?
Like the one you lived in?
Huh?
Like the one you lived in?
Yeah. So they've lived there since I was born, before I was born.
Yeah.
They've lived there since 1985 or some shit. So I'm 36. It's been in the family almost 40 years, right?
Yeah.
So he brings his chick over. Well, they were talking for a while, and he fed her a bunch of bullshit about how he owns the house, but he's such a nice guy that he lets his parents live there. Right? So the girl caught on to some other bullshit that he was telling and showed up to the house and knocked on the door. It was like, yo, I just have a quick question. I'm sorry if I'm intruding or anything. Does blank own this house? They're like, no. This is passed down from my mother. No, he doesn't own the fucking house. So I mean, you know, yeah, and it always catches up, bro. You can't hide behind that facade forever, bro.
You can fake that. You can quote unquote fake it till you make it. Even for a few months, but like what it's gonna do is it's gonna have a mental effect on you because you're gonna start stressing out about like, or do they know? Did they find out? Like you're gonna like on top of it, everyone's life is already stressful to an extent, but putting that extra stress on yourself, like it's gonna make your life way worse. Like for example, I had a friend who years ago we were hanging out with a group of attractive girls, by circumstance. So it's like, we weren't like, anyway.
Baja Blast hard. Let's go.
He told these girls that he had a college degree and he doesn't. And I'm like, they're gonna know eventually, like whether that's in a week or 6 months, like they're gonna know. And maybe to an extent, I exaggerated little things when I was younger, but I kind of just grew out of it because I was like, look, whether they know or not, fuck them. Like they're gonna like me for me, or they're not,
Yeah, and one thing I gotta say about this dude, bro, this dude had bitches for days, bro, because like he would find these insecure, wealthy bitches, bro, like they were fat, like that. He never ever once pulled an attractive woman, ever, bro, ever. But he would pull these fat, like low self-esteem girls, but they always had money. Like not necessarily them, but their family would have money. Right. And I'll never forget, bro. One day this girl broke up with him and he was like, I'll never forget it, bro. Sean would talk about it all the time too. And he would be like, this is dead ass what he said, bro. This is the scene, bro. This girl broke up with him about 20 minutes. He's sitting on the couch, bro, and he's doing this shit, just like smoking cigarettes, just thinking. He's like, I know who I could date. And this motherfucker, for the older people listening, he opened the phone book and was like, thumbed through the phone book and was like, yes. And called this bitch. And he was like, hey, Missy, you want to go on a date? And like, it worked. It worked, bro, because this bitch had no self-esteem, no confidence whatsoever. He wasn't even really, well, at that time he was smoking crack, so he was pretty skinny. But you know what I mean? Like a fat chick with a skinny dude, like, oh shit, a skinny guy likes me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like psychologically, it works, right?
I mean, maybe it's not to this extreme, but like we talk about this show, My 600-Pound Life, all the time, and you see these fat women.
They always have a partner.
They always have a boyfriend or a husband or whatever. Yeah. And the dude's, I mean, not all, a lot of the time, but not all the time, the dude's normal size. And like, I learned it from a young age because I've been watching that show with my dad for like ever since it's been on, basically. And like, he would always be like, those are like weird, awkward, like anti-social dudes who couldn't get like a normal, decent girl. So then they go for these fucking bedridden bitches because they're not.
They physically
can't leave. So the only way they're gonna cheat is fucking online.
Yeah,
they ain't going. And they have low self-esteem too, obviously, if they're 600 pounds.
Right, and they're so big that there's no like voodoo, there's no like Facebook or MySpace voodoo that you could do to hide how big you are.
Yeah, there's some people who like they're kind of chunky, but not like that, where they take their like dating app photos from like the shoulder up. So it kind of hides it, but when you're like that, you're a fucking couch-ridden whale. There's no way of hiding it.
You can't. There's no way around it, dude. And I noticed that too. So like I was scrolling through Facebook, and I'm not gonna say I'm a loyal guy because we're not technically in a relationship. Like it's close to it, but we're not there yet. But sometimes I'll scroll through Facebook and I see someone and I'm like, oh shit, she's kind of attractive. And then I scroll through the pictures and I notice that every single fucking picture is from here. And I'm like, no, I know what you're doing, bitch. I know what you're doing, and I'm not falling for it.
Like, for example, this was probably, I don't know, like 2 years ago. I matched with some girl on a dating app nearby. And I didn't think of it at first.
Yeah.
But all her shit was like shoulder up.
See?
But her face was normal. And then she was like send me some pictures of you, like not sexual or anything, but just
Yeah.
I was like, all right, cool. You do the same. And then she did, and I didn't say anything, but I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then like I think she kind of noticed like I just didn't react like at all.
Yeah.
And then
there was
she
no
was
like heart emojis or anything. It was just like,
yeah. I just kind of just didn't react at all because I was kind of just shocked. But
yeah,
like basically like she wasn't obese, but like she had like these like don't get me wrong, like I like curvier females, not obese, but like her thighs, like her legs and her thighs were just fucking like gigantic, like abnormal. But like she wasn't obese.
So she sent you full body shit?
Not like, nudes, but like
no. But what I mean is like her like standing in a mirror or something like
yeah, know. or like pictures on like vacation or some shit like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, like, you know, like at least she did you the courtesy of that because I see dudes who show up to dates who have no fucking idea that Gigantor is stepping through the fucking door, bro.
Yeah, and this person wasn't even like that bad, but it was just like when I saw that, I was
like it doesn't even matter if it's that bad. The fact of the matter is that you're misrepresenting yourself, and I'm not doing that to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like that speaks to your character off rip.
Yeah.
Off of like, okay, so I'm not doing that. So believe it or not, one of the first complaints Jordan had with me when we first met up, she was like, you don't have many pictures on Facebook. I'm like, I'm a dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, isn't that normal? And she's like, no. I'm like, well, for my fucking generation, it was. Like, you guys are the ones that have 1,000 fucking pictures of hanging out with your friends and at a bar and shit. I'm a fucking.
Like, I don't have, no matter what, like, I don't, like, if I'm having a good time wherever I'm at or whatever, I don't stop what I'm doing and go, oh, here, let's take 10,000 pictures because I don't care. Like, if I go to WWE, I don't care if anybody knows that I'm there. I don't care if I go to a concert. I don't care if anybody knows that I'm there. Or if I'm just out somewhere. Like, I don't, like, I think a lot of females, like, think we're supposed to care that we're at they're at these places. But I'm like,
I'm there to be there.
Cool. Like, I don't really care. Like, I don't take a lot of pictures because I don't feel the fucking need to.
Yo, there was that one meme before we get into stories here. There was that one meme that always speaks to me, bro. I'll never forget it. And it was a picture. So it was like a side by side, right? So there's two chicks hanging out and they're like 2 years of friendship, 10,000 pictures, right? And then it was two dudes, like me and you stand next to each other or something. It was like 10 years of friendship, one picture my mom wanted to pick.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we don't think of shit that way, dude. We just don't, bro.
Like, I think about it like, yeah, he's right. That's good.
It is.
Like, me and him were talking because I had that tweet last week where I put like a picture of Jerry Seinfeld doing his stand-up and I said, what's with white women in Nashville? Because I'm like, it really is. Like, I always think about like, and then he said it, like, he was like, oh, because there's all these like, you know, it seems like it's one of those places where they just go to look like they're having a good time, but they're not really. You know what I mean? Like,
it's all for the gram, bro.
Like, I remember a certain individual once was like going out of town for a wedding, and she was like, "I'm gonna get so fucked up," blah blah blah, like bragging about it. And I didn't even say anything. I was like, okay. And then like every day, she'd be like, I'm so lonely, blah, blah, blah. It's like, it's never as good as they make it out to be. And I think like, I think it's more about creating envy than like having a good time.
Oh, it is. It is, bro. It's about FOMO. It's about, oh, you're missing out. Yeah, but how come when I'm here, I would have had more fun at home?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what the fuck, dude? You know?
Yeah. That's one thing. And men, young and old, if you meet a girl, again, young and old, if you meet someone, start seeing someone, start talking to someone, and they have a severe case of FOMO, just run. Don't try to find common ground. Just if they're one of those people that are like, oh, I don't really want to go out tonight, but my friends are making me, just save yourself the time. Just run away. You don't want someone who like, it's one thing to have peer pressure like when you're a fucking teenager, but like if you're in my age or older and you still are getting like peer pressured, that's pretty lame. And you don't need to be around that.
That was actually something I was thinking about at work today with the situation with Jasmine when she was getting stressed out about work. And I'm like, yo, just take what I gave you. Don't take it all, but take like a portion of it. And I'm like, yo, like, in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm like, yo, I don't want to peer pressure. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be like, just take it, you know, come on, you're gonna have fun. Because it really was not about having fun. It's like she's having a mental breakdown at work because we're doing this new shit. And I'm sitting here. It's like, to me, like, I'm a seasoned vet with this show. You can yell at me. I don't give a fuck. I'll stare at the wall. I don't fucking care, dude. I don't fucking care. But for her, she's new to this shit. She's not used to like people freaking out on her and stuff like that. So I'm like, yo, listen, dude. But then, like you said, in the back of my mind, I'm like, fuck, dude, I don't want to come off as some dude who's like trying to peer pressure her into doing this. Like, I'm just trying to help. But there's a fine line between like, and I think that's what women need to understand too, is that there's a fine line between being like, yo, I wish you were here versus if you're not here, you're a fucking loser.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's fucked up. It really is. But where do you want to start, man? You want to start with Raw and Netflix? I think that's a good beginning.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't know if I missed something, but we were talking. My coworker and I were talking about it yesterday. Like, why are The Rock and Cody cool now? Where did that come from?
Well,
or was that just like them out of character because we're all grown up and we just understand that kayfabe is kayfabe? Like,
no. Well, here's the thing. I think that WWE was in a very unique position to where, so they invited all these celebrities to Raw who probably don't keep up with wrestling, right? True. And there's a lot of casual fans watching too who maybe have not watched in years. So if The Rock comes out there and people are like, boo, they're gonna be like, yo, what the fuck, dude? Why are people booing The Rock?
Oh, yeah. That makes sense that he was kind of out of his current character. He was just kind of speaking as like the public figure that he is as opposed to the final boss. So that's what I was kind of thinking. But
I'm in the same camp to where it's like, I think that they're just in a unique spot. Like, they could have done without The Rock totally. They could have done without the shit and just not have him show up. But he is like one of the biggest shareholders in the company.
Yeah.
However, he also could have but then I don't know if you've seen on NXT last night, he made a point to where last year motherfuckers was like, you know, why are you being mean to Cody and blah, blah, blah. And this year it's, yo, why are you being nice to Cody?
I guess, yeah, it's a good swerve, you could say.
I mean, I don't think the shit was meant to be storyline.
Yeah.
I think The Rock was out there as a representative of TKO, WWE, you know, and because his someone pointed this out too on Twitter is that when he came out, his Titantron didn't say final boss. It said The Rock. But like casual fans don't even understand the difference between final boss and The Rock.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like it's a rough spot they're in. To me, it could have done without. The one thing I do agree with is that Bully Ray made a good point, and it's like you kind of made Cody look like a piece of shit because why is your main champion? He's had a hell of a reign, dude. He's almost been champion for almost a year.
Yeah.
Why is he front row? Like, you're basically telling me that this guy does not like. If I'm tuning in and I haven't watched WWE in 5 years, and your champion is sitting front row over here, you expect me to believe this guy's a big deal?
Yeah.
You know, and people can say, well, he's selling the injury. He's out. Okay, but that goes out the window if you're telling me that The Rock is acting that way because of
the injury. Makes sense.
But, I mean, it could be something to where, you know, The Rock could be playing him. There's maybe some mind games at play.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, oh, he'll turn on him again in some way, however that may be, and it's kind of just more part of the long term story, storytelling.
I think it's safe to say he's not working Mania.
The Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think he'll be involved in some way, but not wrestling.
Yeah.
But they're saying, like, John Cena himself keeps saying, I don't know if it's just part of the show, but he keeps saying he wants his last match to be against Cody Rhodes, which doesn't really make sense.
Well, I do remember the brief interaction they had last year on Raw when John was leaving, and I believe they crossed paths on the ramp, and John Cena
I remember that.
Yeah, and basically John Cena told him that he wanted to have a match against him, and Cody was like, I don't know. Or no, Cody told John Cena that, actually. Yeah. And John Cena was like, I don't know. So I think it's definitely going to get done. From what the words are saying, the word around the dirt sheets and shit like that is that it's going to be WrestleMania. My plan for John Cena would be this. I don't know if he wins the Rumble or he wins the Elimination Chamber. He's got to win one of the two. I want him to get the WrestleMania and lose. I think that if he's going to beat it, then it's got to be like a year-long struggle. Like, you can't make it so easy to where, like, okay, I'm back in January, I won the title in April. Yeah. Like, he should have to scratch and claw because, like he said in his promo, he's not won a singles match. I mean, he's won tag team and shit like that. But he's not won a singles match in about fucking 4 years, dude. If not more. He said like 2,000 something days or some shit.
It's got to be 2000, like sometime in 2019.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the only time he ever even wrestled in 2021 was against Roman Reigns at SummerSlam.
No, I think at the end of that year, or maybe it was 22. New Year's Eve, they had that SmackDown.
But wasn't that a tag match?
Yeah, it was a tag match. I think it was him and KO against like the Usos, maybe, or something like that.
Yeah, or like Roman and one of the Usos or something like that.
Yeah, right. But his path can't be an easy one. And honestly, I really think that he wouldn't like it any other way. I think the story has to make sense. And I think that he's enough the old school guy to where if he's going to break the record, it's going to take a lot for him to like scratch, claw, come up from the bottom kind of shit,
Yeah.
Let's see. Sully Mack said
Cena versus Gunther at WrestleMania would go crazy.
If that's the case, I'm not, there's a lot of people who are like, Gunther should squash him. I don't want him to squash him. I want John Cena to have a chance, and I want people to believe that he's going to win, and Gunther just rips it away. Because that's the kind of character Gunther is. A ruthless. I don't give a shit about your hopes and dreams. I don't give a fuck.
I'm gonna fucking steamroll everybody.
Yeah. And that's what makes me love Gunther, dude. Because, and honestly, you wanna know what? I was telling this to the bartender chick at War Games. She's like, "What's Gunther's finishing move?" I'm like, "Yo, he has like 12." Like, you can't name one, bro. He'll choke you out, get you in a headlock. He'll fucking sleeper hold you. He'll fucking power bomb you. He'll jump off the top rope. He has like 18 fucking finishers, bro. You don't know how a Gunther match is going to end.
Yeah.
Just a generational talent, dude. The guy's fucking great. And it makes it better that he's foreign because we've had this shit instilled in our mind since like 1980 that these fucking foreign dudes are just like ruthless.
Yeah.
And Gunther lives up to that, dude.
Totally, 100%.
Yeah.
I personally think whatever John Cena does, I think he should go on last on night one.
If he has a title match, I agree. And also, did you see also that for the Raw Netflix thing, 2 matches that went on were supposed to be WrestleMania matches. Seth and Punk, which we called when Punk came back.
Yeah.
In November, we thought Seth and Punk was going to be WrestleMania. And then also Liv and Rhea, which I'm glad that Liv and Rhea got sped up because I was fucking tired of that shit, dude.
Yeah, it's been going on since like what? Like this.
It was like May or some shit.
I was going to say May.
Gunther's the perfect heel. The build-up could be the Rock Austin. It could. And especially with wrestling becoming mainstream again, dude. Yeah.
But I was thinking like, I personally think that it would be cool to have him go on last on night one because I feel like his farewell send-off like just isn't something meant for the middle of the show on either day.
So, it's kind of like wrestlers say, bro, if I'm not closing, then I want to open. You don't want to be match 2. You either match 1 or the end of the fucking show.
I'll never forget Alberto Del Rio and Edge, or I mean Cope. Coke.
Yeah, yes,
Going
Coke.
Going on
How
first.
deaf. How tone deaf is that name? For the company that you're in and the fans that you have, how tone deaf is that, dude?
I think, did you see that picture where it showed him and Jericho at WrestleMania?
Yeah.
And then it showed them in a stone empty collision arena. It's funny, like there's these, I don't know how people, like, fine, if you want to watch AEW, great. But like me personally, I was able to get into it, at times last year. I mean, I went to 2 shows in person myself, mainly because the tickets were dirt fucking cheap.
Yeah.
But it's like I haven't really watched it besides the pay-per-views. I haven't really watched it like the TV since I went to it in October.
It's What's fucked up, right? Is I think that's how AEW is meant to be enjoyed.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome if you just because like tonight, like I saw on Instagram and stuff on Dynamite. Yeah, it's a bunch of matches that sound cool if they happened 10 fucking years ago. Like Mark Briscoe versus Bobby Lashley.
That's on right now. Actually, I got it on right now. Yeah, it is.
That would have been cool if it happened 10 years ago when the Briscoes were in ROH on the top of their game and Lashley was on the top of his game in TNA before he came back to WWE. And it's like, but yeah, anyway, what I was saying was like, they keep going, like they keep tarping the shit off further and further at every arena they go to the point where it's like 2,000 people. And then they're like, yeah, they sold out tonight. It's like, bro, it's 2,000 people. That's 1/16 of the lower level on any fucking Monday Night Raw. Like, and I don't get how there's people who like just rigorously defend AEW all day. And it's like
nonstop, bro. So like, I don't know if you've seen it on Monday because you're kind of tired on Monday, but like I was scrolling through Twitter and a lot of the AEW fans were using the Raw is Netflix tag to be like, to try to kind of like promote AEW and be like, if you're watching hashtag Raw is Netflix, you should really come over and watch AEW. And I'm just like, you guys are so corny and fucking lame, dude.
I listened to a little snippet of some Jim Cornette show a couple weeks ago, and it's one thing that, drew me to AEW when it started in 2019, which was when WWE was not going through the best of times. Yes. And they had a lot of cool matches and ladder matches and extreme matches and shit that WWE had been severely lacking in for a lot of years. And then Jim Cornette was basically talking about like, oh, well, I mean, if AEW is your thing, if you just want to see endless fucking crashes through tables, and it's cool to see that, like, as a kid. Like, okay, like, for example, when I was a kid, I wanted to see nothing but fucking ladder matches and people going through tables and shit. Are more extreme matches still more entertaining than traditional ones? Yeah. But like as an adult, I watch wrestling for like 80% of the story and 20% of the matches. So like
it's kind of like what I told you from when I watched The Sopranos the first time as a kid. If someone didn't die in this episode, I'm like, yo, it's a shitty fucking episode.
Yeah, you said if there's no one getting shot, it's not entertaining. That was the same way with me watching Star Wars as a kid. If there wasn't fucking lightsaber fights, I thought it was fucking boring.
Right. Yeah, right. And then you go back and watch it as an adult, like you say now. So like I watch WWE now, and I'm like, oh shit, dude. So like now it's like, okay, so when you do have those kind of matches, when you do have the ladder match, or you do have like the TLC match, or the tables match, or whatever, it hits more because there's reasoning behind it. It's not just some guy getting thrown to a fucking table, getting thrown off like a scaffold and shit for no reason. Like for example, like we talk about a lot with the Hell in a Cell thing. The Hell in a Cell lost its value because you're shoehorning feuds into this shit.
Yeah, it used to be
Punk worked for that because it was a fucking blood feud. They hated each other.
Or like for example, in 2007, like when I first started watching, I'll never forget, it was when The Undertaker came back in 2007 and Batista was the world heavyweight champion. And like as a kid, I never forgot this segment where Batista was supposed to be in some tag team match in the main event, but he needed a partner. And The Undertaker had just came back and they had the show kicked off with them two talking, and Batista said to the Undertaker, "I got your back tonight. If you're my tag team partner, and we have each other's backs tonight, I'll give you your world title rematch." And then he accepted. And then as Batista was walking away, he goes, "Hell in a Cell," because like they got the feud to that point, and then you turned Hell in a Cell into a pay-per-view where it's like,
to where, like I said, shit.
It was like when I was young, it was like the Hell in a Cell is scary and and all this stuff, and then it was just like, oh, it's Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose in a Hell in a Cell, or it's just some stupid like secondary brand split title feud in a Hell in a Cell.
The best one I ever seen where it was the branded pay-per-view was easily Usos and New Day when they did the tag team Hell in a Cell. This shit was fucking fire, dude.
But yeah, I'm glad they took away all those gimmick pay-per-views because they were pretty.
Thank God, dude. Well, besides like Elimination Chamber.
Well, it's funny because I went to TLC 2017 in Minnesota.
Oh yeah, the one like Kurt Angle was a member.
Kurt Angle was in the Shield.
Yeah.
That was the only match on the whole card that was a TLC match.
Yeah.
The whole thing was just normal singles match.
Didn't that whole card get like restructured because like the whole fucking not the whole roster, but like a lot of guys had like mono or some shit?
Yeah, and what's funny is the Sunday, so a week before, there was a house show in Yakima, which I also went to. And then all those guys got mono. And then I flew over there to visit my brother and shit. And like we had already planned out that we were going to that pay-per-view and shit.
Yeah.
But like a bunch of, because that like
it was supposed to be I'll tell you one thing. I'm glad that shit happened for one reason. Sister Abigail against the Demon would have fucking sucked balls, dude.
Yeah, and instead it was Finn Balor versus AJ Styles.
Yeah.
And I still have the perfect picture from my seat of them both.
Finn got in trouble for that. I seen it was a TikTok reposted on Twitter, but Finn got in trouble for that. So the next night, because back then it was on Sunday. Next night on Raw. Yeah,
I think the next night on Raw, it was in like Green Bay. It was in Wisconsin.
Yeah. So Vince made Kane squash Finn for doing.
I don't remember the Raw. I mean, I remember watching that Raw, but I just don't remember it.
Yeah, I remember until I seen the clip and I'm like, oh yeah, he did fuck him up after that. Right. Yeah, it's true.
Like it got to a point where they were doing all those gimmick pay-per-views still, but like literally only the fucking main event
mattered.
The TLC match. And even then it wasn't really a TLC match because like belts weren't on the line, so you weren't grabbing anything down. So really it was just like a no disqualification match. And like another thing was what I remember when they first rolled out Extreme Rules in like 2000, like not One Night Stand, but when it was just Extreme Rules. Every match, top to bottom, was crazy extreme shit, and it worked for a couple years, and then it kind of just stopped working.
Yeah, because they stopped giving a shit. And
like, do you remember? I think it was
around shit like that.
It was Extreme Rules 2008, and I think the show kicked off with Jeff Hardy versus Umaga, and like they went outside, and Jeff Hardy like jumped off the fucking semi truck. He went completely out of frame, so nobody knew what he landed on.
Oh yeah. Right. Yeah. But all right, which story do you want to open up with tonight?
I didn't look at any of these because I obviously, as you know, I like to go into them cold. But
I've not read any of these. So we're going to all these cold.
Well, my friend who's a truck driver. He's at a truck. He just sent me this right now. He's at a truck stop in Portland, I believe, and he just said, "Look who's parked here," and it's the WrestleMania truck.
Because shit!
SmackDown's in Portland on Friday.
Well, it is technically speaking. We're heading into WrestleMania season.
Yeah.
So makes sense. I gotta piss really quickly. I'll be right back. So while I'm gone, think of the story you want to get into first, bro.
Well, that's now 4 fouls on SGA. A huge call. Hey, you see the heel, and there's no question about it. He's in perfect position. He was, but he's in the restricted area. It wasn't even heels on the line. He was just camping them. Marley connects. We're all tied. 14 points.
All right, Ali, enough, buddy.
Williams throws one. He's got 18. I'll be surprised that those Alexander's still out there with 4 fouls.
All right, I'm back, bro. What you want to open up with, man?
Let's do the machete, the hatchet man, like the juggalos.
Machete man. All right.
What's it? Maybe he didn't have gasoline with his machete like that other dude.
No, and I'm still trying to figure out what exactly that guy was trying to pull off.
Hey, he could have had fucking. Is that an incense?
Yeah, it's a big ass one, bro. This shit. I'm trying to show how big this.
He could have had He could have had a fucking incense with gasoline. Like, why did he have knives with gasoline? You know what's funny is my parents are divorced, but like they're cool. But like back in the day, like they used to talk shit about each other like once in a while. And my dad used to it when my parents were apart and like lived apart, as they do now to this day. My dad used to always light up incense in his house because he just liked how they smelled. And then my mom used to like come pick me up, and she would like, you know, come inside for a second to get me or whatever. She's like, you know why he lights those incense? Because he's smoking
weed.
Yeah, and I was like, and my dad's like, no, it's just because I like how they fucking smell.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the fuck Ali be doing, bro. Because he drinks water. It's not like I'm feeding the dude fucking OE 40s or anything, you know. But like his piss is fucking rancid, dude. And I'm like, all right, bro, we gotta do something about this shit, dog. Like, nah, man. But all right, let's see here. You know what? I'm about to let this. No, Ali, you're not going outside. Stop it. It's fucking below zero out there. God damn it. All right. This is from 2 hours ago. So this is semi-new, dude. BBC reporting. Man arrested with machete and knives at U.S. Capitol. See what's going on with this guy. All right, actually, what do you think his beef was? Do you think his beef was like the Canada thing? We're trying to take over Canada. You think it's
maybe he was a crazy neoliberal.
All right, let's see. Police at the U.S. Capitol building arrested a man with a machete and 3 knives as he attempted to enter through a checkpoint on Wednesday.
3 knives?
Capitol
what is he? Fucking 3 knives?
He's
like he's General Grievous from Star Wars.
He's a leftover January 6th is what he is, dude. Capitol Police said the machete was spotted by an X-ray machine at an entrance to the building's visitor center. Knives were found during a search of his bag, police said in a statement posted online. The man, who police did not name, which is curious, actually. Why are you not naming him if he's arrested? Was arrested on multiple charges of carrying a dangerous weapon. The arrest came shortly before a visit by President-elect Donald Trump, who planned to meet Senate Republicans. Trump was scheduled to view the casket of former President Jimmy Carter, who's lying in state in the Capitol Rotunda, a large room in the center of the building, which contains both the U.S. and Senate chambers. There was increased security around the Capitol complex in Washington, D.C. this week, as lawmakers met on Monday to certify the results of the 2024 presidential election. There's a photo of Jimmy Carter lying in state there.
So young.
Oh, we have? Are you serious?
What?
That's it. Like, that's the whole story. That's it, dude.
I mean, maybe they just questioned him, but not public.
This is curious. This is fucking curious right here.
I think he's. I mean, I don't know. Like, I think he's probably like some neoliberal or some shit.
I'd imagine so. We do have something else. Just we can get into kind of briefly here. 2 death row inmates rejected Biden's commutation. They're like,
I
"Fuck
saw
you, dude."
that. I mean, I didn't read up on it, but I did see it yesterday.
Yeah, they're like, "Fuck you, buddy. We want nothing to do with it."
Can they do that? Though?
Let's see.
Are they legally allowed
Yeah, dude. Yeah. They can say, "Nah, I don't want it, dude. You can kill me." Yeah, that's yeah. So Shannon Wayne Agofsky, who was sentenced to death in 2004, the killing of a fellow prisoner in Texas, and Len Davis, a former Louisiana police officer who was sentenced in 2005 for ordering the killing of a woman after she filed the complaint against him at the New Orleans Police Department, filed emergency petitions late last month to prevent their sentences from being commuted. The defendant never requested a commutation. Yo, this reminds me of something that happened between me and Savannah, actually. So I ended up winning a bet about like 3 years ago. I won like a G, dude, right?
Yeah.
And we were broken up at the time, but it was manipulation. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It was a complete manipulation tactic. So I won the bet and I sent her like $200. And yo, it did get her to unblock me. And she's like, "Did I fucking ask you for that?" And I'm like, "No." And she's like, "Okay."
Well, I remember that one time when you like sent her money on Christmas and then from like Venmo or Cash App and then she kicked it back.
Yeah, so the first time she accepted it. The second time, that's when she fucking like freaked out on me and she was like, "Did I fucking ask you for that?" And I'm like, "No." And she's like, "But don't you understand?" I'm like, "All right, bro, bitch, you're poor. Why are you why the fuck are you kicking back my money, bitch? Get the fuck out of here." Okay. So yeah, I mean, let's see. To commute the sentence now, well, the defendant has it's because that they have a trial going.
Oh, okay, because I was gonna say if they can opt not to do it, I'm surprised that like the fucking Dylan Roof and the Boston Marathon shooter didn't opt out of it.
Because in prison for another murder that occurred when he was 18. So I think the reasoning is that if they accept it, then you accept guilt.
Okay.
So if you're really innocent, you don't want to accept it. But even if shit, man, because I don't know. Because if you're innocent, you got to sit in there and rot for the rest of your life, bro.
Yeah.
So, that's a tough spot, dude. I didn't really consider that, dude. His lawyer here. Well, no, wait. Laura Algoski told NBC News her husband had refused a presidential commutation. He was able to seek legal counsel is crucial to his appeals while he was on death row. He doesn't want to die in prison being labeled a cold-blooded killer. So, yeah, I think I can kind of understand. Like, if you really didn't fucking do it, then you're not accepting a cop-out, dude.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I get that. All right. Let's see. What else can we get in here?
We're gonna check up on what's new in the latest of lately in the world of budget friendly, no frill airlines.
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at this here. Let's see.
I did read up on this one a little bit because I really just wanted to know. I'm like, did these people because the part on the plane like below the wings, like those circular things?
Yeah.
I remember some dude like died because he like snuck on a flight and like got in one of those. Like that circular thing below the wing. He like got in one of those and died of like extreme. Really? He died because he like froze to death.
How the fuck did he get in there?
Well, it's completely open, so he just sat.
Well, yeah, dude, I believe you.
And he died not because he fell, but because it's so fucking cold when you're at cruising altitude. It's super fucking cold up there, so that's why he died because he fucking froze to death. But what I kind of read up on this,
the air up there, you're so hot. Yeah.
What I kind of read up on this was
here. Go ahead.
Oh no, before we read, the only thing I kind of read was that like I guess people have been sneaking onto these flights. They like I don't know in some kind of compartment where it's like you're actually like enclosed, not like the shit from years ago that I was talking about.
Yeah, so they had this movie. I don't know if you've seen it, but they had this movie on Netflix, that Carry On movie, and that shit was actually really fucking good. Believe it or not, Carry On was really good. I recommend it if nobody's seen it yet. Well, a lot of people have seen it because it's one of the most popular Netflix movies of all time. But let's see here. Let's see what happened here. Bodies found in JetBlue plane landing gear at Fort Lauderdale. In a shocking revelation, 2 dead bodies were recently found in the landing gear compartment of a JetBlue plane in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The discovery has sent shockwaves throughout the country, with many raising concerns about the frequent nature of such incidents. But what actually happened with the JetBlue airplane in question? So here's everything that we need to know. On Monday, January 6th, 2 people were found dead in the JetBlue Flight 1801's landing gear compartment. The incident came to light during a post-flight maintenance assessment. This was after the plane had completed its trip to from Kennedy Airport in New York to Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport in Florida. While the identities of the deceased remain uncertain at the moment, a representative of the Broward County Sheriff's Office has confirmed both of them to be men. Paramedics were called as soon as the bodies were discovered in the JetBlue aircraft's landing gear compartment. Nevertheless, the two men were pronounced dead on arrival. An investigation is currently underway to unearth the identities of the said dead bodies, as per Fox 5 New York. At the time of writing, it is unknown how the men got into JetBlue's landing gear or for how long they were stationed there. The airline has since released an official statement to show remorse for the unfortunate incident. This is a heartbreaking situation, and we are committed to working closely with authorities to support their efforts to understand how this occurred. Notably, people have long used landing gears to travel from place to place without being discovered, kind of like you said. Yeah. The compartments usually open and close to retract or deploy wheels during liftoff and landing. As such, placing oneself in such a compromised place gives way to fatal accidents more often than not. Most recently, a person was discovered dead in a wheel off a United Airlines flight on December 25th, 2024.
I can see. Okay, so I'm looking at like the anatomy of a plane, and like the landing gear obviously is like the bottom part with the wheels on it, and obviously when a plane takes off, that part goes up. So if you were to like hide somewhere up there, and then that part's going to go up eventually, so then you're somewhat secure. But I can imagine that place isn't like air conditioned or anything, so you'll fucking suffocate. So that's probably
it's cold as shit. Like I think you're up in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Up way high in the fucking air. And like, yeah, dude, it's gonna get cold as fuck. You probably like freeze to death, honestly.
Yeah. Just buy a ticket. It's only like $80. Depending on where you're going. Well, yeah, if you're taking a JetBlue, it's like $100, but it's not that expensive to fly JetBlue. Especially for something super like common, which was New York City to Miami. That's like common. There's like 100 of those flights a fucking day, so they're not that expensive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. Shout out to Sully Mack, smoking a joint for you, buddy. Let's see. So I have some disappointing news. I'm not sure if you've seen it on the bottom there, but Disney Plus is rebooting the fucking X-Files.
Do you remember when this is probably like 8-9 years ago, when they didn't really like reboot the X-Files, but they randomly did those like 3 episodes that were kind of like a follow-up of something like years prior? Like that was cool, but not an entire reboot. I need to watch the X-Files. You know what show I've been wanting to get into? I want to watch that show that's on FX/Hulu called like Grotesquerie or some shit.
I haven't heard of it.
I've seen that. I've seen the advertisement, like because it's FX/Hulu. I kind of get American Horror Story vibes from it, so that's kind of why I want to watch it. But Yeah, because I need something to watch. Like I don't
What's it
watch
about? Like, have you seen like a trailer or anything? Like, is it
Well,
new?
no, well, I think it came out like last year, but what it is, it's called Grotesquerie, and like the poster for it like looks like horror like,
Yeah.
but what it says is that it's a drama series, and it says Detective Lois Tryon feels series of heinous crimes in her small community are eerily personal, as if someone or something is taunting her. At home, Lois grapples with a strained relationship with her daughter, a husband in long-term hospital care, and her own inner demons. With no leads and unsure where to turn, she accepts the help of Sister Megan, a nun and journalist with the Catholic Guardian. As Lois and Sister Megan string together clues, they find themselves ensnared in a sinister web that only seems to raise more questions than answers.
Sounds interesting. I might check it out, honestly.
I think there's only one.
I've been rewatching Eastbound and Down because it's like randomly popped in my head.
Myrtle Beach Merman.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, exactly. Yes. So I'm on the Mexico season right now.
Yeah, I like the part in the Mexico season where like the PA announcer guy goes, Kenny Powers.
Yeah. It's I want to say it might be the quintessential American comedy show.
I think so.
Like it defines America in such a way that like abroad, because he did go to Mexico, right? That's how they view us, dude.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I remember I think it's like the second to last episode of the Mexico season. Him and Stevie are like in the sports car, and Stevie takes a liking to that fat chick Maria.
Yeah, the fucking nurse who like when he got remember so I just watched the episode, I think it was yesterday, maybe this morning before I went to work. But he surprised him in his house, and Kenny has a gun. He shoots him in the fucking shin.
Yeah,
and that's how he ended up meeting her, is because she took care of him. She was the nurse.
I remember a lot, but it's been so many years.
Yeah.
There's this one great scene that me and my dad still always quote to this day, and it's where like they're about to go back to the U.S. and Kenny and Stevie are like in the sports car, and Kenny goes, well, if you want to bang that weird woman one more time, knock yourself out. And then Stevie goes in his like weird, awkward. He goes, can I fuck her more than once? And then Kenny says, well, I mean, I guess, but don't lay on her all goddamn day. We got some packing to do. Yeah. And then Kenny says like, maybe, think out of the box, maybe you go down on her. And then he kind of like shakes his head, and then Kenny goes, what, you don't like that or what? And he goes, no. And he's like, why not? And he goes, smells. and then Kenny goes, well, I don't doubt it. She's always eating all that weird stew and roots and shit.
Dude, it was the best show I ever seen that had like someone who was like, it was weird because like Kenny Powers was cool, but he also was trying too hard to be cool.
Yeah.
Right. But each of those worked. And then Stevie was just so stupid.
Yeah.
And liked him so much that he just went along with whatever.
Yeah. I still remember, I think it was the last season was the Myrtle Beach Merman one, right?
No. So there was one after that where he came back as like a dude on like ESPN. He was like a fucking like a sports commentator kind of guy, dude.
Yeah, I kind of remember. I don't know. I feel like it's absent from my memory. Like the last I remember is the Myrtle Beach Merman shit. But I just remember the very first episode of that season. Like he's doing fucking coke with Jason Sudeikis, and then Jason Sudeikis just fucking falls over dead.
Yeah, and then they have the funeral. He comes out to Candlebox.
Yeah.
Hey man,
and then in the Mexico season, there's that scene where he comes out to Hulk Hogan, Real American, and then he goes,
he does the cross chop, yeah. Well, the first game he had over there was like fireworks and fucking like dirt bikes and all this wild shit, dude. He's like, that's what I'm saying. It's the most American shit you've ever seen, dude.
I can feel it down in my plumes.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. 100%. All right.
Whatever the dude, the guy, the hot tub time machine and the office guy. What's his name? Nick something? The black guy that's in that show? He's in that scene.
No, Craig, right?
Craig Arneson.
There you go. Yeah.
But then I remember I used to see the outtakes of that scene, the Plums one, and they had to keep reshooting it over and over because like none of them could keep a straight face.
Dude, and what made the show funny as shit was that like you had to appreciate every episode because each season was only 8 episodes. If you were watching it live, you only had this show for 2 months at a time.
Yeah, it was very limited.
It made everything look better. Like
you kind of also never knew if that current season would be the last season too.
Yeah, because after season 1, when he left the bitch at the gas station, I'm like, bruh, all right, this could end the show right here. And then season 2 comes on, you're like, all right, this could be the end too. And then season 3 was the same thing. Like season 3, you thought that was it, dude.
Yeah.
And then they ended up doing one more. Yeah. But let's get into this X-Files reboot bullshit before we take a break here. So let's see what they got planned for us. I'm not sure I'm going to like it, but here's what they got here. Come on, there we go. This is from Screen Rant reporting here. The X-Files reboot confirmation of everything we know. And I just found out about this, and this actually happened back in October. This is the first I'm hearing of it.
First I'm hearing of it, too.
Let's see. Director. Yeah, and like, this has been out there since October, and I just heard about it yesterday. And I'm like, wait, what? Disney Plus is bringing – wait, what? All right, so director Ryan Coogler is bringing the classic 1990s TV series The X-Files back to the small screen to reboot with a diverse cast. Oh, cool, man. Debuting in 1993, The X-Files follows FBI agents Scully and Mulder as they investigate the strangest and most unusual cases the Bureau can find. All right, let's just run the show. The X-Files ran for 9 seasons and even jumped to the big screen. Yeah, we know. We want to know about the new shit. Come on. Okay, here we go. Chris Carter gave the show its blessing. All right, well, nearly a year after project was accidentally announced. How does that happen? Okay. Latest update sees Chris Carter give the Netflix reboot his blessing. Let's see. I've had a conversation with him about the guy who's rebooting it. Yes, he likes to go the diverse cast, and he's got some good ideas. He's also not involved in the new reboot. So we don't have any cast information or anything like that. All we know is that it's going to be a diverse fucking cast, I guess. Let me see if I can find some more. Let me see here. Yeah, it's from even... Yeah, looks like the last things are from like last year, dude. There's nothing from this year.
But it's gonna have Duchovny and shit in it.
No, I guess you're gonna do something completely different with like I guess it's gonna be a completely different new kind of thing. I guess, dude.
I'm good then. I don't need to. To me,
I don't even think I want to check it out. Like normally, like I'll try. Woke shit.
Yeah. I was talking about this with my dad and his wife like last week, and it's like I don't even pay attention to I don't go to superhero movies. I think the last one I went to was probably like a Batman one. Like I don't watch them. I don't go to them in theaters because I'm like, when I was a kid, there was one fucking Spider-Man with a movie that came out every 4 fucking years.
Yes,
and now there's 8 fucking Spider-Mans. There's 8 different Avengers. Same as Star Wars. There's all these spin-off shows and shit. And I'm like, all you're doing is just smearing its fucking legacy. That's my opinion.
No, you're right.
Star Wars was a very special fucking thing with only 9 fucking films if you count those newer Disney ones. And now there's 800 different fucking spin-off shows. It's like, I want a little fucking mystique. I don't want 800. I don't want to know the story of every character in the goddamn universe. And I don't want to.
it's almost like they're insulting your intelligence to a point.
Yeah.
Because some of the mystery behind shit, it's still black, Sully?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, what about now?
Hold on. Let me refresh mine.
All right. Sully, is my shit still black, bro?
Okay.
You good?
You were saying that it insults your intelligence. That's exactly how I feel. I randomly went to one of those Avengers. What?
Sully's saying my shit is still black, bro.
It's not black to me anymore.
Let me see. I'm gonna check the Twitter stream. Let me see.
Black, bro. It's not.
It is black. It is black on the Twitter shit. Mine is not yours. Let me see. All right, let me see here. Why is this shit black, bro? I'm gonna check the Twitter stream. Let me see. Hold on, I might be a little bit behind. It is black. All right, I'm back. All right, we're good now. So all right, so shit, yeah. So it kind of insults your intelligence as a viewer.
Yeah.
Right, because I don't need everything explained to me. I'm okay with having to come up with some shit in my mind, bro. I don't need
leaving it to one's own imagination.
Right, leave something up to me. I'm not an idiot, dude. I don't need every step of their journey played out for me. I can kind of make inferences and stuff like that. Even modern wrestling has that shit, dude, to where it's okay, Roman Reigns always goes for the back chair shot because that was done to him in the back. I don't need him to get on the microphone and be like, I hit people in the back because Seth Rollins hit me in the back.
You just know.
Yeah, right. And if you're a fan enough, then you make those connections. Yeah, and Sully's right, dude. It's become a fucking chore to keep up with all this shit. I don't need everything explained to me. I like making those connections. Sometimes it makes me feel oh shit, am I the only one who knows this? And then I get excited and I text you or a bunch of people yo, have you ever noticed that this is the same thing as this? I don't need like I said, I don't need Roman to get on the mic and be the reason I hit people in the back with a chair is because Seth Rollins did that to me when the Shield broke up. I don't need that, bro. I get it. I can make that fucking connection. I understand, dude. But everything now is just whether it's a movie,
it's to make every last dollar they can because they know there's going to be some sector of a fan base that's going to watch it and probably going to
dissect it and fucking pick it apart and fucking bro, there's people I see on Twitter who have went to go see the movie Wicked 12 times, bro.
Well, that's crazy. I kind of want to see Nosferatu again, but I'm not in a rush to.
Yeah, I'm fine for it to come out on digital or something. I don't have to, you know what I mean? I don't have to, I can wait.
Yeah, I mean, I'm never one to try to be cheap, but going to the movies isn't fucking cheap anymore. At least not. I think I mentioned this on one of the other shows, but one of my trainers, training's over now, but she was my trainer again. But one of the people at my work, I'm cool with her. We're good friends and shit like that. But one of her daughters works at the fucking movie theater, only one in town. Yeah. So I use that shit as much as I can, dude. I'm yo, can I get 2 tickets to whatever? They're oh yeah, dude, we'll also give you a voucher for popcorn. I'm just yo, for real? Bro, I basically go to movies for free now, dude. Sully Mac chimes in with something for you, Jack. I'm a huge Star Wars fan.
but I haven't seen any of the TV shows. It seems like too much, and it's not even the same universe, it seems, anymore. Go ahead.
That's how I feel too. Like, even when they made the 3 fucking J.J. Abrams movies, I was like, how are they going to connect this shit? Everybody's dead. And then I'm like, oh, they're backtracking. Or no, they're doing it after the first 3. Okay, that makes sense. But, like, yeah, like, I don't even know what any of this, like, Mandalorian shit I don't know what any of that's about. I don't want to either.
That's the shit. That's the show that, like, the Baby Yoda got popular on, right?
Yeah. Now there's, like, a different one. There's, like, a Boba Fett one. There's probably like a whole section on Disney Plus that's like just Star Wars spin-off shows.
Talk about milking a fucking franchise. That's one thing that really irritates me. You know, I guess to an extent you can kind of say it about Halloween now too, because like every 10 years it gets a full reboot. And like as much as I love the movies and I love the character, at a certain point it's overkill. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But they know that no matter what, there's going to be a large sector of people who show up. You know?
Oh, dude, I'll always show up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna lie, I'm one of them. I'll always show up. But it doesn't mean that it's a good thing or a good idea to always do it. Like every 4 or 5 years. Like I said, I'm always gonna show up. They're always gonna get my money. They're always gonna get it, dude. You know.
So apparently the word is that they're gonna do some sort of like prequel, like Halloween series or something, like for Peacock. And like I think that would be kind of cool, like because it's different. It's not just redoing the movie 3 times over.
It might be interesting to see,
as long as it's not like the fucking Chucky show that's all woke.
It might be interesting to see how they do it. Like, obviously, we have no idea where they're going to start it. But if I was doing it, where I would start it is from childhood, right?
Yeah, which is what they kind of did in the Rob Zombie one.
Yeah. So I would dedicate like half the first season to like him being a kid and whatever. And then like, you know, towards the end of the season, middle towards the end, then you start introducing him as like a teenager and shit like that. And like what shaped him to become that. And then season 2, you can go like balls of the wall and just do it like Halloween 1 where he's really, so like I would end season 1 with how Halloween 1 starts. Right.
Yeah. I can see that.
You know what I mean? So like, I'd get into everything for season 1, and then I would write it to the point. So, okay, now boom, season 1 finale is where Halloween 1 starts, and then you can get into like what shaped him to keep doing it.
Yeah, and like I guess I don't know if it would ruin the mystique or not, but like they show his life in Smith's Grove Sanitarium.
Yeah,
I don't think that's a horrible idea.
I'll be totally down for that, dude. As everything else, dude, it really comes down to the rating.
Yeah,
you know. So you said it was for Paramount Plus, or do you know what network it is?
I thought it was Peacock, because Peacock has all the Halloween movies. So as far as I remember, I think it's Peacock. But I don't know if it's just rumors or not. But either way, now, I'm gonna read up on it during our break and see if I can find anything.
If I remember correctly, right before we go to break, there's a bidding war for the rights of Halloween after Halloween ends, right? And
I don't recall, but
I'm pretty sure that there was 2 heavyweights in this motherfucker, dude. And I'm pretty sure this is true. I'm going to look it up quick. I'm pretty sure this is true. It was A24 versus Blumhouse for who was going to get the rights to it, bro. And I wanted A24 to get it.
Mm-hmm.
But Blumhouse won, I think, dude. Let me see. Oh, actually, Miramax won it, actually. That's shocking. Oh, I have it up right here. Miramax beats A24 TV rights for the Halloween franchise.
Okay, so then, yeah, TV rights.
It's pulling up right here. Okay, here we go. Miramax won against A24. So I could have sworn that fucking television rights to Halloween horror franchise, meaning Michael Myers could soon be slicing and dicing his way across the small screen and the sort of streaming platforms. The indie studio beat out other contenders, including A24, which is also in the mix for the rights. Man, A24 would have done right by it, dude. I fucking know they would have, dude. But Miramax also does have Scream in their credits, so it's not a total loss. Let's see. A24. Okay, so A24 did get Friday the 13th, though.
Okay.
So I guess we have Friday the 13th and Halloween coming to TV. So, yeah. All right, well, hopefully Miramax does well by it because A24, I know they would have. That's the thing. I fucking know A24 would have done right by that shit, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I know they would have. But all right, let's go ahead and take a break. You want to come back at 20?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. We'll see you guys in 10 minutes.
rock bottom.
What's up, gang? How we doing, man?
But I know one thing, that gives me the opportunity.
Classic promo battle between Jarrett and MJF right now. I'm just gonna let it rock, bro. See if I can kind of spin this over there.
You know it and I know it. Tonight, you had the opportunity to enter the casino gauntlet. But what did you choose? You choose to come out here and scheme and connive. Because that's what you do. Max, I've been on top 12 times, and hell, I'm looking for number 13 in 2025.
All right.
And like that old expression goes, what a difference a year can make. I'm sure as hell going to make the most of 2025. So, Max, it comes down to this. I don't need you. Hell no, I don't need you. And as far as what you're out here trying to sell me, I ain't buying, you entitled prick.
Oh, shit. I bet. Wow. All right. That was actually a really good segment. I didn't want to cut it off as it was going. But they kind of both got, oh, shit, Cope is up next, dude. You got a Cope.
Cope open.
Bro.
I kind of want to go back and watch the whole show now. I mean, I DVR it, but
yeah. Yo, that segment was really good. We just happened to go on break when Jarrett came out.
Yeah.
And then MJF came out. MJF cut him deep. Jeff Jarrett came back with some shit. It was good, dude. It's a good segment. It feels like that's the MJF that we've been missing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wish when he came back at Double or Nothing, I wish they would have done more with that American shit. Where he made the international title the American title and shit.
He should have came out to like Bruce Springsteen or something that fucking like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you should have done more with that. I agree. Should have done more with that.
What was I saying? Oh, I think one of my favorite moments of being at WWE Live as a fan was when I went to Royal Rumble 2019 and there was the moment between Jeff Jarrett and Elias. The two guitars.
Oh, yeah. Dude, very, very underrated moment, dude. I was a big fan of Elias, dude. I loved Elias, dude. He's not like an in-ring technician. Like, he's not Kurt Angle.
It was his character that did it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what wrestling is missing now is the character guys. Like, so, for example, right? Like, when I was growing, well, I went through multiple phases of wrestling. So, like, when I first started watching wrestling, there was a lot of characters. Tatanka, fucking Doink, Big Boss Man, Coco Beware, right?
Isaac Yankum.
Yes, and now it's like the complete opposite to where there's no characters and everyone is just. I don't want to say themselves because
everyone is almost just themselves.
First name, last name,
really close to it.
First name, last name: Braun Strowman, Seth Rollins, right? Roman Reigns, fucking.
Well, I guess Brock Lesnar was around beforehand. But.
True, but you get what I'm saying. Like, there's no, like, okay, so like, even in like the death throes of the worst times WWE, there was the Undertaker. You had a character, Undertaker, Kane, right? Now everyone's first name, last name, bro.
Yeah,
and it's kind of annoying. Like, I get that you want to have like the realism aspect, and I get that, but every era needs like a character, dude. Not like fucking, like I said, like Seth Rollins or Roman Reigns. Like there needs to be like an enigma dude, like Edge. You know what I mean? Like Edge or Kane or like whatever. Not someone themselves.
Gangrel. Billy Gunn. Billy Gunn. X-Pac. Yes,
exactly, dude. Yeah, exactly. Like, be an exaggerated version of yourself, but a character.
Yeah.
Like, and you know what's fucked up is like, I grew up in such an era to where someone being first and last name was odd. Bob Backlund was odd for that time, bro.
Paul Orndorff. Paul Orndorff.
Yeah, exactly. We're in the era of Hulk Hogan's and Big Boss Man's and, you know what I mean? $1 Million Man and shit like that. Yeah, exactly, bro. 100%, dude. Yes. Yeah, you're right. Oh shit! Some shit just happened on AEW. Someone just got kicked on the stairs. Oh, I think it's Darby Allin just got kicked on the stairs.
Of course, when is he not getting fucking brutalized?
Bro, I'm being serious right now. I'm not trying to be funny or make a joke or anything like that. Like, how long is this dude's career really gonna last? Like, this is no hate. I love that he loves the game like that, dude. I do. Yeah. He's a throwback.
Like when I met him in the parking lot after that Dynamite, and other fans were meeting him and taking pictures and shit, someone literally went up to him and hugged him and was literally like, "Dude, you need to take a fucking break."
For real, he's gonna die, bro.
Yeah.
Sully Mack chimes in with Vader. Yeah, it's another one.
Vader time.
Bam Bam Bigelow. Bam Bam Bigelow. Also with the fucking flame tattoo on his head.
Yeah.
Fucking OG, bro.
Lawrence Taylor. Wasn't that the main event of WrestleMania?
It was. I think it was WrestleMania 10, actually.
It was that one where the logo was like black and purple. It was kind of like almost Undertaker looking. It was back when like
it might have been WrestleMania 9.
It was that one. Well, 9 was the Las Vegas one. I remember it was that one that was in Connecticut. Because 9 was in Las Vegas. The Caesar's Palace one.
It was actually WrestleMania 11. Was that one? But no, you're right though. It did kind of look like Undertaker shit. Let me see. I'm gonna pull it up here. I got the Wikipedia up here.
That was when they were in that weird like.
See.
Yeah, to me it always looked like Undertaker shit. That's when I think he was against Sid Vicious on that one.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And like what's weird to me is when when I first got the WWE Network and I would go back and watch like old WrestleManias that I always wanted to see. There was nothing like that. Like when you'd watch those WrestleManias, they almost looked like just a pay-per-view. Like, how is this like like I don't know. I've kind of read like Reddit forums about like why they went from like stadiums to then like smaller venues in the 90s to then back to stadiums. And I guess they just said like before like the Attitude Era, like they just didn't think they could fill stadiums with what they had.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So like the one that changed the game was actually WrestleMania 14. That was in the Boston Garden. Before it was TD Garden.
That's Mike Tyson. That was Mike Tyson.
Right. And for me, as a fan that experienced so I remember like as a kid, like not going back and watching, like I remember watching like WrestleMania 8 was like the first one that I remember. So my first wrestling memory ever, and I'm pretty sure this might have been WrestleMania 8 actually. I'm gonna go ahead and look it up here. But my very first wrestling memory ever was I cried at WrestleMania. I cried at The Undertaker beating Jake the Snake and like putting him in a fucking body bag, bro.
Yeah. That was at the Indianapolis Colts old stadium, the RCA Dome.
That was what, WrestleMania 8, right?
Yeah. I believe 90.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I actually just looked it up. Yeah. So I'm dead on the money. I'm gonna go ahead and show it here. But yes. So WrestleMania 8, that's my very first like real life wrestling memory. Here we go. Okay. So as you see right here, WWE.com, the very first link, WrestleMania 8. So yes, the very first memory in my life, wrestling wise, was this. And I don't know why, Jake the Snake was always cool to me, I guess. And I don't know, dude, it just really fucked me up. That like, I guess really fucked me up was like at the end where the Undertaker like put him in the body bag and shit, dude, But yeah. So out of all the ones that I ever remember, WrestleMania 14. So there's two. There's two actually. Yeah. WrestleMania 14 was the transition from whatever the fuck it was called back then, like the New Generation or whatever the fuck, to the Attitude Era, because that was Austin's first title win.
Yeah, 96.
And then the other one for me was WrestleMania 30.
Yeah, okay.
Because people don't give WWE credit enough for what it actually did to revolutionize not even just wrestling, all of entertainment, bro.
Yeah.
They were the ones who had shit live and also a catalog of their library before like anything was live. So like you had something on there you could, and then they also had a live stream that was also playing shit live.
Yeah, they should just be that like 24/7, like just playing old shit all day.
Right. So like they'd have like countdown shows, or maybe they throw on like an old pay-per-view or whatever. And
yeah, Legends House.
Yes.
I remember
Legends House was fucking fire, dude. I always wanted a season 2 of that.
I remember sometimes I would just have that shit on. They would just show like one random match like from a Nitro.
That's what I'm saying. So, dude, that was the first thing of its kind. And you gotta think this was what, like 12 years ago?
2014, yeah.
So pretty close. Over a fucking decade ago. Dude, there's still networks that are catching up to what they did over a decade ago.
Yeah, they were the first of it. They were the true innovator. And one show I really liked at the time was that Monday Night Wars show that they did.
Yeah, dude. And like what was cool is like they would have shit, they'd be like, yo, it premieres on say like Friday at 9 or something, right? But you could go on Saturday at midnight and go back and watch that shit, bro.
Yeah, you didn't stress about missing shit because it was gonna be on there forever. I mean, that's kind of how it is with the. I can't remember the last time I watched a show like live nowadays, but that was the first of its kind. Like even back then, you still had a DVR, whatever thing you wanted. Now, basically, the whole TV world is streaming, so you never really have to worry about missing anything.
And like that's what I'm saying. So like Netflix, they were streaming back then. Right, but not to the level that WWE was doing it.
No, they just had like old shows and movies.
Right.
They didn't even, their first like exclusive show was House of Cards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then shortly after was like Orange is the New Black or something, right?
Yeah, Orange is the New Black, Stranger Things.
Yep,
a couple different ones.
All right. We're having a little too much fun. Let's go ahead and get into something that happened in my neck of the, well, not really my neck of the woods, but in my home state here, where a New York State resident was running a secret Chinese police station. I don't even know how this works. I have not read this article. I'm really intrigued to learn all of this because I just want to know before I scroll down at all. I just want to know. How do you run a secret Chinese police station?
Yeah, I thought that fake doctor kid a few years ago was crazy enough.
This, before I even get into it, this got to be the most genius thing. This plan has to be like intricate as fuck, dude. Like, how did this work? All right, let's see, man. New York resident pleads guilty. So he's just like, fuck it, dude, I did it. New York resident pleads guilty to operating secret police station of the Chinese government in Lower Manhattan. Like, excuse me, like what? Okay, let's see. And this is from justice.gov, by the way. The Office of Public Affairs, the United States Department of Justice reporting. Okay, so defendant admitted that he conspired to act as an illegal agent for the Chinese government. Chen Jinping, 60, of New York, pleaded guilty today to conspiring to act as an illegal agent of the government of the People's Republic of China in connection with opening and operating an undeclared overseas police station located in Lower Manhattan for the PRCs, which is the People's Republic of China, Ministry of Public Security. Today's guilty plea holds the defendant accountable for his brazen efforts to operate an undeclared overseas police station on behalf of the PRC's National Police Force, a clear affront to American sovereignty and danger to our community that will not be tolerated, said Assistant Attorney General Matthew G. Olson of the Justice Department's National Security Division. The Department of Justice will continue to pursue anyone who attempts to aid the PRC's effort to extend their repressive reach into the United States. Today's acknowledgement of guilt is a stark reminder of the insidious efforts taken by the PRC's government to threaten, harass, and intimidate those who speak against their Communist Party. These blatant violations will not be tolerated on U.S. soil. The FBI remains committed to preserving the rights and freedoms of all people in our country and will defend against transnational repression at every front. I just want to know what this dude did. Like, come on,
Yeah.
bro. Okay, so that's not getting into it. All right, let's see here. Okay. Maybe this gets into it here a little bit. As alleged, Chen Jinping and co-defendant Harry, how do you get the nickname Harry? Harry Liu Jianwang. Hey, what's up, Harry? Conspired to act as legal agents of the PRC government and also obstructed justice by destroying evidence of their communication with an MPS official. While acting under the direction and control of the MPS official, the defendants worked together to establish the first known overseas police station in the United States on behalf of the Fezhou branch of the MPS. The police station, which closed in the fall of 2022, occupied an entire floor in an office building in Manhattan's Chinatown. Liu and Chen helped open and operate the clandestine police station. None of the participants in the scheme informed the U.S. government they were helping the PRC government and surreptitiously open and operate an undeclared MPS station on U.S. soil. So in October of 2022, the FBI conducted a judicially authorized search of the illegal police station. In connection with the search, they interviewed both defendants and seized their phones. In reviewing the contents of these phones, FBI agents observed that communication between defendants and an MPS official appeared to have been deleted. In subsequent consensual interviews, the defendants admitted to the FBI that they had deleted their communication with the MPS official after learning about the ongoing FBI investigation, thus preventing the FBI from learning the full extent of the direction for the overseas police station. Dude, are you kidding me? He only faces 5 years in prison for being a fucking international spy?
If anybody should go to prison for for life or get the death penalty, I mean,
are you fucking kidding me, bro?
5 years? People fucking get I don't even know what to say.
Are you
like?
How is that not life in prison?
It's one thing to like impersonate. Like, I feel like that kid who impersonated a doctor got more fucking in trouble than this. I mean, I have to research that, but it just seems like it. 5 years for
hold on. Oh, dude, it goes further. Per Chen's plea agreement, the government has agreed to dismiss the obstruction of justice charge against him. Liu has pleaded not guilty to both of the charges against him in his awaiting trial. So, did this dumb motherfucker turn this down? He turned down 5 years for this.
For what?
To take it to trial? Why?
I can't imagine he's going to get anything less than 5 years.
Well, no, dude. I mean, that's a slap on the wrist. So, watch. I'll read it again here. Chen faced a maximum of 5 years in prison. Per Chen's plea agreement, the government has agreed to dismiss the obstruction of justice charge against him. He's pleaded not guilty to both and is awaiting trial. So that means that he turned it down.
Yeah.
You're not going to get a sweeter deal, dude.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you want?
You impersonated law enforcement. Like,
and not only that, dude, you're spying on us for another country. Like, excuse me?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, bro. I don't mean to be harsh. That should be instant, like, death thing to me.
Me, yeah.
I mean, whatever, I guess. Let's see.
Speaking of California Wild, I just saw on our break that, you know, the Vikings are playing in Los Angeles on Monday, scheduled to at least. It said they're monitoring the situation closely, and if the situation gets too close and too dangerous, they're going to move the game to Arizona at the Cardinal Stadium. Because, like, if you remember when the Metrodome roof collapsed,
Mhm.
We played. We were
At a
supposed to
college
play
stadium, right?
what? Well,
College
we
stadium?
played in the college stadium. But then we had literally like the next day. So that day it collapsed. We were supposed to play the New York Giants, and the game got postponed that day. So then we played a neutral game the next night, Monday night. We played in Detroit against the Giants.
That's right.
And then, but then, we played a Monday night against Chicago. That was like the weirdest last month of a season ever. We played a neutral game in Detroit.
Yeah.
We played one game at the college stadium. Then we were supposed to play in Philadelphia. The snow was too bad, so they switched the game from Sunday night to Tuesday night. And then they fixed the Metrodome roof because it was just the inflatable shit. We played a couple more seasons there, and then we played 2 years at the college stadium until the new stadium was built.
Yeah, and there was one too. I think it was a couple of years ago. They had to move the Bills game to Detroit too, because of a snowstorm or some shit like that. And you know what? Like my thing is especially with football, play in the elements, dude. Like I don't give a shit, dude. You guys make enough money. Play in the element. You guys don't have a roof. Too fucking bad, bro. Yeah. Football is meant to be played in the elements, dude. If you don't have a roof,
I get the elements. It's just the wildfire shit's a different. It's a different.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, of course. What I was talking about was because
the snow.
Yeah, dude. It seems like that, the Bills, right? And I don't have nothing against the Bills anymore. Last year I did because I had personal shit going on. I didn't really like the Bills because someone I didn't like at that time also liked the Bills. But I don't have nothing against the Bills anymore, okay? But what I'm trying to say is that your advantage is that you're from here, dude.
Yeah.
You should know how to play and deal with this and take it on, dude, right? Snow. Yeah, wildfire is something completely different, bro. You can't expect a dude to run 80 yards breathing in this fucking shit, you know what I mean? Come on, dude.
Yeah. With fucking soot in the air and all that.
Yeah, dude, totally get it. But when it comes to snow and rain, no, fuck that. Snow and rain, as long as it's not lightning, because I get people get struck, but whatever. Because football stadiums are mainly fucking metal and shit. I get it, dude. Bleachers and all that shit, dude. I understand. But snow and rain and heat and shit, I'm sorry, bro. You should have to deal with it.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, you guys making. I'm not trying to be an elitist and be you make enough money, but listen, bro, you make enough money to be able to run in the snow. Okay, the field is heated. You don't have to worry about busting your ass like me taking my recyclables out. You're good, dude. I promise, bro. You're fucking good, dude. You're 100%.
So what does it have to do with Hulk Hogan? The fires in LA.
Oh,
you're saying it's like karma?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It took me a second there.
Yeah, you boo this man. What did he do to you? And I have to say though that some people are making good points. It's not about politics because the Undertaker is a huge Trump supporter. He was not booed.
Not at all. He got one of the best pops of the night with Rhea Ripley and shit.
Right. So I don't think it's 100% about politics. I just think that
LA, I think it's just he's just become a pretty unlikable person the last 10 years.
It's not even that to me, bro. I think that it's just it's 2025. We had enough of Hulk Hogan, dude.
I can see that too.
I respect Hulk Hogan and I love Hulk Hogan, dude. I really do. But I don't.
How many fucking years? How many more times do we have to trot him out to fucking Python power and shit? It's just run its course.
Yeah, dude. And it's okay, dude. I respect what he's done. You know, there'd be no Raw on Netflix if it wasn't for Hulk Hogan in the 80s. And I get it, dude. And I respect you and I love you for it. Be a silent partner in a company. Have your logo in the corner of the fucking mat, the Real American Beer thing, and just shut up, bro.
Yeah.
You Hulk Hogan is closer to death than when Netflix came out, right? He was not needed for this fucking thing, dude.
No, not at all. The show would have been completely the same without him.
Yeah, I mean,
it wasn't even like an homage or anything. It was just him promoting his stupid, shitty fucking beer that you could buy at Walmart.
It wasn't I don't know, Chad Gable won Imagine. Here comes the Real American fucking.
Yeah.
It wasn't that, dude. It was, I'm going to tell you this. you're my best tag team partners and buy my beer. And it's like, dude, like, no, bro, just shut up, dude. Just go somewhere, bro. For real.
So
like I love Hulk Hogan. I do. Hulk Hogan's the shit, dude. I'm just saying that I just think that the WWE audience has had enough of the guy, dude.
Yeah, he's only been around for like 50 fucking years.
I mean, come on.
Literally, dude. Like pretty close to 50 years at this point.
Yeah.
The early
enough
80s.
Is enough at a certain point, dude. It really is. Enough, man.
To cap it off, we can preview the NFL playoffs a little bit. And
oh wait, hold on. We have one article to go, dude, about the New Jersey man who killed some bitch and put him in his refrigerator.
Here, I gotta step away for like 30 seconds, but I'll be right back.
All right, go ahead, bro. That's fine. All right. Sully Mack. Check it out, dude. Ready? I'm gonna do something for Ali. I'm gonna do something with Ali for you. Ready? What'd you say about my brother? That's not a straight, that's my brother. Go, man. It's my brother, man. No, I'm sure. It's my brother, man. Oh shit.
Jack,
no.
dude.
Okay. All right, sorry. Okay, all right, here we go. New Jersey man arrested for obstruction and investigation of tattooed woman found in fridge. All right, let's see here. Get the fuck out of here with this $1. How do I get out of this shit, dude? The fuck is this, dude? Are you kidding me, dude? Oh no, wait, dismiss. Oh, what the fuck, dude? Really? Dude, bro, are you serious?
Wall. That's why journalism's dying.
All right, here we go. I think I might be good now. All right. A 46-year-old New Jersey man was arrested in connection with the death of a uniquely tattooed woman whose body was found in a refrigerator dumped in Belle Plaine State Forest. John Tyrell from Cape May County. You fucking piece of shit, bro. All right, hold on, dude. I think you're right. Let's check this one out here. All right, here we go. Cape May County man. Oh wait, hold on. Is it Sharon? I don't think it's Sharon. Is it? Motherfucker. All right, here we go. I hope. Hopefully. All right, a Cape May County man was arrested after he allegedly interfered with the police investigation into the death of an unidentified woman found in a refrigerator left in a New Jersey. He was charged with fourth-degree obstruction and failure to be fingerprinted and provide his cell phone. Wait, hold on. Fingerprinted after police say he refused to provide his cell phone to investigators probing the woman's death. All right, let's see here. Cape May County prosecutors asked the man to be detained Friday. Court records show that was one day after he was jailed after police alleged he declined to forfeit his cell phone despite being ordered to do so. The man's attorney, John Tumutli, couldn't immediately be reached by New Jersey Advanced Media to comment. Charges against North Cape man were filed days before New Jersey State Police turned to the public to help in their investigation. They released images of the tattoos found on the identified woman's body when she was discovered in Belle Plaine State Forest last week. Let's see. So a judge agreed to release man. Okay, what the fuck's going on here? Okay. All right. So the body was found on December 22nd. The man told police he was ventured into the woods December 21st, hiking to the fridge and taking property from inside. The man was issued a judge-authorized search warrant for his phone records, ordering to provide a passcode for police to search the device for evidence. He refused to provide the number to investigators, and the probable cause statement reads, well, he then refused to be fingerprinted, and he was brought to Cape May County Jail. Okay, so all right, now we got some backstory here. All right, this guy might be capable of some murder, Jack. Let's see, dude. The man spent 9 years in a Pennsylvania state prison for involuntary, deviant sexual intercourse. Charges that were filed in Bucks County. Shout outs to Big John. He lives in Bucks County. He was given a 5 to 10 year sentence, serving it between August 2003 and October 2012. Damn, bro, and he served that whole shit. He was guilty as fuck, bro. As far as the tattoos, a koi fish on her right shoulder blade and a rose tattoo on the left ribs from her chest to her rib. They believe she's either Caucasian or Hispanic and about 5 feet tall. So we lost the queen to this sick motherfucker. Allegedly. I will keep an eye on this story for all of you and see what we come up with. But yeah, let's go ahead and close this shit out with some NFL playoff talk.
You know what's funny is
yeah.
I noticed the Steelers and the Ravens are playing. And have you ever seen that old Chris Hansen where he shows up and the fucking Chomo dude is like, "Oh, I'm just here to watch football." And then Chris Hansen's like, "Oh, yeah? Well, who's playing tonight?" He's like, "The Steelers and the Ravens." Seen that? It's not like the old NBC shit. It's like these new ones he did like a few years ago that are on YouTube. But yeah, I'll never forget. Like literally, he'll post on his Instagram, Chris Hansen. He'll be like, "Oh, I'm at the airport and look what game is on behind me." And then it was like the Steelers and the Ravens.
Oh, so it's like a running gag to him too.
It's kind of a meme at this point. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, all right. I'll ask you this here. Who do you have for upset of the weekend? If anybody, I mean, sometimes things, shake out the way they should shake out, and there's no upsets. But if you had to pick one,
upsets, Green Bay over Philly.
I think so too.
Which I would prefer. I would prefer to play, because if Green Bay wins, then we would play Green Bay. If we win and Green Bay wins, then we would play Green Bay in Minnesota, which we already handled them before. I mean, we let them get back into it, but yeah.
Green Bay has a legit shot against Philly, and for whatever reason, no one's talking about it. I'm not sure what the line is on that game. Maybe I should look. It might be a good bet, actually. Let's see here. That is Philly minus 4.5, so almost 2-1 Green Bay. So if you're building a parlay this weekend, let's go ahead and do that. Packers in there. Honestly, I think that's the only upset I see all weekend.
Yeah. Didn't they win? Didn't they play each other in that first game of the year, that Brazil one?
Yeah, and the Packers won, I think. But, yeah. I mean, like, no, wait. Philly won. Philly won it. They won. But that's not a game I could really put much stock in. Especially, I mean, so even if it was on U.S. soil, right? Week 1's a long fucking time ago, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, they're completely different fucking both of them. I'm not saying like the Packers are better or anything like that. Yeah. It's just that they're completely different fucking
both
teams.
of them have gone through an entire season of ups and downs and injuries and all that shit.
That's what I'm saying.
But just because like Green Bay won that game doesn't mean they're a fucking lock. I just think
right.
I don't know, just something tells me that game, and I'm kind of a guru at that shit. I've been kind of a guru at that.
Yeah, yo, you're nice at that shit. I think I'm not gonna say the Chargers coast, but I think they win at least by like 10. I think they'll be up late and maybe like kick a field goal to seal it. I can't see the Texans beating the Chargers. Just can't. Give me the Ravens over the Steelers. Absolutely. NFC side, like I said, Packers over Eagles. I would say the Vikings are going to take their shit. I'm pretty sure.
I think so too. I think Tampa over Commanders.
That's a fucking tough one for me, dude. That one, and believe it or not, the fucking Broncos shit is tough for me, dude. Because I could totally fucking see the Broncos beating the fucking Bills, dude.
And I think the Chargers are going to beat the Texans.
Oh yeah, dude. The Chargers, they're fine. They're fine.
If well, I don't want this to happen, but there's like some crazy scenario where LA could potentially host both conference championship games, but I don't want that to happen. Or I mean conference championship games. But yeah. I don't want that to happen because I don't want the Rams to fucking win.
I think the Rams. Shit, dude. I don't know. That's another fucking tough one, dude. Like I could also see that one going either way, dude. Realistically,
yeah. I mean, they beat us. They beat us last time earlier this year, barely. It's crazy. Our only 3 losses now were the Rams and the Lions. So,
I mean, if it counts for anything, the books have it as pretty much even for betting wise. So, like, even Vegas can't figure this shit out.
Yeah.
So I'll go over some of the betting lines because I know, I like to bet. I'm sure some people watching like to bet. So let's see what you would take when it comes to spread. All right. We have Chargers at Texans, and the Texans are +3. That's a disrespect. I could see the Texans taking exception to that shit, dude, and maybe coming out and being like, really, motherfucker, we're at home and we're underdogs, I don't think it'll be enough. I think the Chargers still win by 7 or more. What do you think? Do you think Houston covers that +3? I can't see it.
No, I think the Chargers are going to win.
And then we got Steelers at Ravens, right? The Ravens -9.5. That's a lot of points in the playoffs. I don't know if they cover that, dude.
No. I think the Ravens have it, though.
Yeah, the Ravens will win outright. I just don't know if they cover that 9.5. That's the 10 points in the playoffs. That's a healthy fucking way. Sunday, we got Denver at Buffalo. Buffalo -8.5. I can honestly, I'm not trying to be a hater. I can see Denver sneaking that win, dude.
I can too.
So safe to say, at least Bills don't cover.
Yes.
Okay. Then we got 4:30 Sunday. Packers at Eagles. Eagles -4.5. We're both in agreement that the Packers win that outright. So safe to say Philly does not cover that.
Yeah.
All right. Then we got Sunday nighter. Washington at Tampa. Tampa -3.
I think they cover that.
You think they cover it? And then we got, like I said, pretty much PK. For right now, it stands as Vikings -1 at LA. I'd say easy cover for me. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Stafford, I don't know, bro. Like, he's getting older. He can't really. Well, I'm not going to say that he can't, but, like, it takes him a little bit to get going.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Like, it takes like a quarter for this dude to – so, like, if you guys get out to an early lead, let's say, for example, you score a touchdown first drive. You get the ball first. You score a touchdown first drive. You stop them, kick a field goal, you're up 10. I like your guys' chances, bro. You have to get out to an early lead. You have to go up early in the first to stop them motherfuckers, dude, because your defense is good enough to play from behind. Your defense is built to play from ahead.
Yeah,
by more than one possession. So if something happens, right? Say for example you're up 10-0, you guys give up a touchdown. Then your defense is like, all right, bro, whatever. We have to lock them down until the offense can go do some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how your guys' his season has looked to me. I honestly think that last Sunday night, I don't think that was an indication of what's to come. I think that was like an anomaly, bro. I really do. I think the moment. And this is what I was talking about the week before. I think that you need shit like that. Like, for example, like you guys haven't been in like a do or die situation since like October? something like that.
What do you mean, do or die?
Like
all of our games have been really a lot of more than half of our games are really close.
No, like what I mean by that is maybe like seeding or like division shit like that, stuff like that, to where like you feel like your back's against the wall kind of shit. You haven't been there in a while.
We haven't basically all year.
Right. So it was a good wake up call, I feel like, for you guys to be like, all right, bro, like shit is real now. Let's take a step back,
And you can tell that other teams think we're for real because when the teams were leaving the field on Sunday night, Dan Campbell and Kevin O'Connell shook hands, and Dan Campbell said, "See you in 2 weeks," which meant you're gonna win. You're gonna win. We got the bye, so we'll see you again.
He already knows, dude. He already knows you guys will be back with them motherfuckers. Dude.
But if the Packers win, then we would play the Packers, which honestly I would rather have because we have not had as much trouble.
You know what? It actually speaks to Dan Campbell's confidence too about the Eagles. Because so for him to say that, because he's a maniac, dude. There's no way that he doesn't know every playoff implication stepping in.
Yeah,
right? He's a sicko, bro. He's a sick fucking dude, bro.
Which is how it should be. I like those coaches that are like crackheads.
Oh, me too, bro. He's a fucking maniac, dude. Like, did you see that clip last year when they were talking about like his Starbucks order or whatever? And he's like, and he was talking, like someone was like, that's enough caffeine to kill like 6 people, dude.
Yeah, it's enough to make you go fucking Damar Hamlin.
Yeah, dude. So this guy's a fucking maniac, dude. And I respect that shit, dude. I respect the fuck out of it. So if that guy believes in you, because here's the thing is that like when he said that, it wasn't like that he picked up the phone and was like, yo, Kevin O'Connell, Siri, call Kevin O'Connell. Like, no, you're standing on the sideline next to him. He just went to battle against you, bro.
Yeah.
And you've seen that in that dude to be like, yo, I'll see you in a couple of weeks, bro.
Yeah.
So if you have this dude's confidence, I don't know.
What more can you ask for, really?
I mean, like I said, like that the Packers-Eagles game, I can see it going either way because like you said, like both teams are completely fucking different than fucking September, dude. It's a different ball game right now. So it's not like, for example, like you against the Lions, you didn't just see them 2 weeks ago, bro.
Yeah.
You seen them dudes 5 months ago.
Yeah.
And you weren't even in the U.S. You were in Brazil, where motherfuckers are giving warnings about, don't wear green and yellow.
Don't wear your normal green jerseys.
Yeah, exactly. And guess what? The Packers jerseys, as much as I hate them, that's got to suck, dude, because their colors are both green and yellow.
Yeah.
So shit, dude. But shit. Yeah, dude. So dream Super Bowl prediction before we sign off this shit.
The Vikings and the Chiefs rewriting their wrong from Super Bowl 9.
Ooh, damn, a throwback. Super Bowl 9.
It's crazy. Every time the Vikings ever went to the Super Bowl, besides that one, we ran into like all of the fucking generational teams. Besides that one, we ran into the John Madden Raiders, the undefeated Dolphins, and the Steel Curtain.
Oof.
That's how we've lost. That's how we've been to 4 Super Bowls, but lost them all. We haven't been to the Super Bowl since like the 70s.
Have you ever watched that documentary about the Bills, that 30 for 30? I think it's called
I don't think so. But I know they went to the Super Bowl 4 times and never won.
It's called The Four Falls of Buffalo, dude. And like, I'm not a Bills fan. Like I say a lot of the time, they're the local team, so I have a soft spot for them. Last year I didn't, right? But this year it's back now, right?
Yeah.
So I've always had a soft spot for the Bills, and like how they lost all of their Super Bowls is heartbreaking, dude. Yeah. So like, there's only been one where they got stomped, and it was by Dallas, right? We stomped the fuck out of these motherfuckers, dude. We fucking killed them, dude, right?
Yeah.
But every other one, it was a 1-possession game, and one play decided it, and like the one they should have had was the one against the Giants where Norwood missed wide right. And bro, when they did this documentary, bro, and like, this is why sports matter. Like, if you're a manly dude, sports matter, bro, because you dedicate your whole life to this thing.
Yeah.
all you want to do is win, bro. That's all you want to do. You just want to be part of your team and win and hold the trophy and just one time. Just one time.
Honestly, yeah. If the Vikings like say they won the Super Bowl this year and they were fucking
that's
bottom
all you
feeders
want.
for the rest of my life, if they were bottom feeders for the rest of my life, I don't know. I don't think I'd complain. You know what's funny is my coworker is from Maine/New England, so he's a big Boston fan. So he got to see six fucking Super Bowls. I don't know, 6, I think.
Yeah.
And he was complaining about how the last few years, and probably for a long time to be,
you have no right.
They're going to fucking suck. Buddy. They'll never be that good again. And then fuck, I'm like, but if I won 6 Super Bowls, I'd take that trade off.
I would suck for the rest of my life. So like Dallas has done that, but I didn't get to see it, right? Yeah. So like these Patriot fans now, they got to live it. They got to experience it. They got to see it.
They got to like whether they're young or old, like they got to live through at least one of them.
Mm-hmm. And like so I was like 5 or like 7 or whatever the fuck, dude. You know what I mean? Like
and like it's like it got to a point where they were winning it over and over again, where it's like
I got sick of them, bro.
It didn't feel like any, like it just didn't. It's like, oh, there we go again. Like
it was a foregone conclusion, and that's why I text you what I text you. I think it was like last month or something. No, wait. It was when it was a couple weeks ago when Mahomes had that ankle shit, and I'm just like, the last time that everybody felt like, oh shit, dude, maybe like. Was when Brady got hurt week 1 when Castle took over.
And it was in Kansas City, too.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'll never forget, bro, it was week 1, and I was actually at my grandmother's house watching football, and they cut in with like a game break of like Brady getting hurt, and I'm just like, everyone in the room, their whole expressions just dropped, and they're just like, yo.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you're just like, oh, shit, dude. Everyone has a chance. And it was so wild that it was week 1. It wasn't week 7 where people were already out of it. Like
it was like
week
the
1,
first half. It was like the first half of the first game of week 1.
Right. So everyone was just like, oh, shit. Like, I'll never forget, bro. My heart sunk to my chest. I'm like, yo, everybody has a shot now.
Yeah.
That's the kind of fucking demand. That's the kind of control they had over the fucking league, dude.
Yeah. Had they? Well, yeah, they lost the Super Bowl the previous year,
but still.
But I mean, still, they were in it every other year.
You knew,
like every other year.
You knew for a fact that as long as Brady was there, they were getting to the fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah,
you were just accustomed to it, bro.
But like the thing about it was like they didn't win one for like 10 years. It felt like
No, you're right. It felt like a fucking eternity, and that just speaks
they had the one where they beat the Panthers, and then they didn't. They went to 2, but they didn't win another one until they beat Seattle, and that was like 2 years later.
But they were always dominant. Like they were always an AFC champ because at that point. So like this is one of the things that's so wild about Brady's career to me. Is that like for the first 10 years he completely owned fucking Peyton Manning, dude?
Yeah, and then in the later years, Peyton Manning took over and started beating him.
Right. And I'll never forget. I was over this hot chick. I was like fucking like 17, bro. I was over this beautiful fucking girl's house, bro. Right, and she was fighting with her boyfriend, right, and I was just in the bedroom while this shit was happening, and it was the first one where like Peyton Manning came back against Tom Brady, dude.
I remember that. It was in Indianapolis, wasn't it?
Yes. It was like 21-0 or some shit, right?
It was the year that Bears and Colts Super Bowl, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah. So, I'm sitting there, I'm in the bedroom. She's fighting with her boyfriend. I'm just like, yo, holy shit, dude. Peyton Manning might actually pull this shit off. He's trying to come back against Brady. And I'll never forget, like, they had come back and like the game was over. Thank God, like their fight had stopped after the game was over, but they broke up. They broke up as soon as the fucking game ended, dude. And she's like, you need to help me and take. And what's fucked up, what's ironic is that her boyfriend's name was Jordan. And she's like, you need to help take Jordan. You need to help Jordan bring his stuff down the fucking stairs. And I'm just like, yo, I'm not even a part of this, bro. Like, she invited me over to make this guy jealous, actually.
Yeah.
And it was just fucked. It was a fucked up situation. It was a fucked up night. She ended up marrying some fucking real fucking winner. Tell you that.
Steve is he the Steve type?
Kind of. Yeah. Kind of. Yeah. He was like trying to freak out and like, and you gotta understand we're like teenagers, so it's not like that this guy or her was like renting this house. This is like her mom's house, dude, right?
Yeah.
Like he's like, I'm gonna smash windows, and I was like, bro, like, no, you're not gonna do that. Actually, like, you're gonna fucking leave, bro. Like, what are you doing, dude? But not like for real, like. It's just like some teenage shit where like, you get this anger. It was like, I'm going to destroy someone else's shit. Yeah, because it's not yours, dude. Like, what the fuck, dude? You know what I mean? But, all right, gang. We can go ahead and call this thing a night.
Yeah. Put a bow on it. Put a bow on it.
Put a bow on it. Don't end up in a cell, gang. Don't do it. It's not worth it. You don't live in New York where there's no cash bail, right?
There isn't. So what do you got to do? Debit card? Check?
No. So, all right. We can get into this for a minute here. So as long as you don't do anything like, as long as you don't like assault somebody.
A non-violent offense.
No, because sometimes violent offenses will get you out too. As long as you didn't like kill somebody or like put them in like the hospital for like serious harm.
Yeah.
What they do is they book you, they take your picture or whatever, and then they just go, all right, you got to show up to court on like February 22nd, and you're just like, all right, and then you just leave.
Yeah.
There's no cash bail out here. So like no cash bail means that like unless you do something like a felony, as soon as you get in, you get out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
They book you and they let you right out, dude. That's why I haven't been arrested in so long, because it's just like, well, I have, but like nothing sticks because they just take you in and then you leave and then just whatever, dude.
Yeah.
It's like a liberal utopia out in New York, dude.
And you can fucking hold up a bodega and be home by supper time.
Yeah, no, because like, I guess it would depend if the weapon was legal or not. But like, for example, right? So like, you could like beat the shit out of your girlfriend, right? And as long as her name is not on the lease where both of you guys live, like, let's say that like I rent this place on my own, right? Yeah. And no one else's name is on the lease. If they book me and they see that no one else is on the lease, I'll be out within 40 minutes and I can just come right back home and just do it again.
Really? I didn't. Yeah.
Welcome to New York, dude. Yeah. It's kind of fucked up, actually, dude. It's not cool. But all right, guys, let's get out of here.
Be back early Saturday, early afternoon or morning or whatever time zone you're in.
Yeah. Stay out of a cell, everybody. Not a New York cell, but some other kind of shit. All right, guys, we'll talk to you later, buddy.
See you Saturday.